Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yemini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in honor of the wedding of my dear sister Chana to Yossi Mendlewicz. May Hashem bless them both with much health, happiness, and success in building a Beis Nemon B'Yisroel. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Bamidbar. We begin the book of Bamidbar, which takes up the story as we left it off in the end of Sefer Shemos. The Jewish people traveled from Egypt to Mount Sinai, where they received the Torah and committed the grave sin of the golden calf. After obtaining forgiveness from God through Moshe's prayers, they built a Mishkan and inaugurated it on the 1st of Nisan, almost 1 year since they left Egypt. And now the Jewish people are ready for the second stage, to travel throughout the desert to the Promised Land. Our Parsha begins with Hashem commanding Moshe to count every Jewish man from the ages of 20 to 60. The number totaled to over 600,000, excluding the tribe of Levi. They were counted separately and came to 22,000. Hashem then tells Moshe the formation that the Jewish people will be in as they travel throughout the desert. The Mishkan was at the center of this formation. On the east side were the tribes of Yehuda, Yisachar, and Zevulun. On the south side, the tribes of Reuven, Shimon, and Gad. On the west side, the tribes of Ephraim, Menashe, and Binyamin. And on the north side, the tribes of Dan, Asher, and Naphtali. However, a question comes to mind. The first instruction that Hashem gives to Moshe Rabbeinu in this Parsha is to count the Jewish nation. But according to many opinions, this is not the first or second time that Hashem had the Jewish nation counted this year. Why did Hashem want to count the Jewish nation again? Furthermore, the Parsha spends many psukim on the exact positioning and formation that the Jewish nation will travel in throughout the desert. What was so significant about this formation that the Torah uses many psukim to elaborate on it? Rashi on the third pasuk of the Parsha explains that this counting was specifically for men who can go to war, because Hashem wanted Moshe to prepare for any upcoming battles that may occur during their journeys throughout the desert. This preparation also includes securing the Mishkan and all of its vessels, which is why the Torah details the exact formation that the tribe should be in order to protect the Mishkan from harm. However, the Lubavitcher Rebbe gives a deeper and more powerful explanation. He explains that the reason Hashem commanded Moshe to count the Jewish nation was to show how beloved we are to him and the importance of every single Jew. Like a person enjoys counting their favorite gems and precious metals just to admire them, Hashem counts us to demonstrate how each of us are uniquely treasured and most significant to him. As the pasuk writes, Su'u es kol roish adas b'nei Yisrael, l'mishbechoisam lebeis avoisam b'misbar shmois kol zachar legugulaisam. Count each head of the congregation of the Jewish nation, by family following their father's house, a head count of every male by their name. The Hebrew word used to tell Moshe to count the nation is Su'u es roish kol adas b'nei Yisrael, which can also mean lift up the head of the community of the Jewish nation. Hashem is telling the Jewish people that each of us are unique, special, and individual, and when you lift yourself up, you complete the community of the Jewish nation. And this is why the Torah elaborates and details the exact formation of the tribes around the Mishkan. For each tribe had a unique and exceptional skill that was vital and necessary for the protection of the Mishkan and the rest of the Jewish people. The Rebbe explains that this teaches us that every person has a unique gift and singular purpose that only they can accomplish to complete the Jewish nation and bring the ultimate redemption. In our daily life, it is imperative that we understand that we must be united and undivided during these trying times. We need to appreciate and value the characteristic differences that make us an individual. And consequently, we must be kind and compassionate towards one another, even if the other is not deserving of such kindness. For every person has a unique ability that makes them precious in God's eyes and holds the future of the Jewish people in their hands. There is an amazing quote by Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks. A community is a human expression of divine love. It is where I am valued simply for who I am, how I live, and what I give to others. It is a place where they know my name. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.